Welcome back to another Dino Riders versus video, and we're gonna compare these three Dino Riders. And in my humble opinion, all three are pretty awesome, and any of these can be the best Dino Rider. So please leave a comment below and tell me your favorite, because any of these can be anyone's top one or the winner. So we've got your Chasmosaurus from series 3 with lava. We've got Styracosaurus from series 1 with turret, and Monoclonius from series 1 with Mako. So we've got three horned dinosaurs, ceratopsians, all using pretty much the same body mold, different head sculpt. So this makes for a good versus video. I'm not going to include the trap, so that's not going to be included, and the boxes at the back is just for reference. I'm not going to judge the artwork in this versus video. I am using my models that are on display, so these aren't my minty models, but we're just here to compare. So I guess we'll start off firstly with the dinosaurs themselves. All right, so I got all three. Their armor's been removed and their figures, and it's always scary playing around with the armor and stuff because things are so fragile. I don't want to break anything. So as you can see, look, I apologize for the dust. These guys are a little bit dusty. So as you can see, they all use the same mold. And what I might do at the end, I might swap a couple of the armors around to see what creations we can come with. And I'm wondering if that brain box fits the Styracosaurus, so it's going to be interesting to try. So anyway, we don't need to go into too much detail with these. Obviously the Styracosaurus is pretty much like the Monoclonius with just the extra horns on the frill, and the Chasmosaurus has a whole new head sculpt. I do have to admit, by looking at all of these three, I do like the green. The green is really nice, especially the lighter tinge there. But I think the winner's gonna go to, even though Styracosaurus is my favorite horned dinosaur, I think I'm gonna give the best dinosaur design to the Chasmosaurus, just because of the colors really pop. That yellowish orange really pops with the kind of like tiger stripes, where the other two are just more plain. So yep, we are gonna, well, I'm going to declare the best dinosaur is the Chasmosaurus. So let's compare the three figures that we get here. So we got Mako, turret, and lava. All pretty cool designs. Personally, I love the designs of the Rulons more than the Valorians. That's just my personal opinion. I do love the different sculpts, you know, of their heads. And well, Mako is just a generic hammerhead, and there's a few different sculpts of lava, Shadow being one off the top of my head. I think another one of the, I think series 2 figures, Honda, I think, again off the top of my head. So just another kind of like a generic character, but really cool color scheme, which is really nice. And then we got turret. He's obviously has a pretty cool design too. They all have really good designs, but I'm probably gonna say the best figure here is probably turret, just because he was one of the main characters in the cartoon, where I can't ever remember if lava was even in there, and Mako may have made the odd appearance here and there. I think he did when he was, yeah, he made a few appearances as well in the TV show, but Turret was more of a main character. So again, any of these could be the best figure, but I'll give it to Turret. Please comment below which one's your favorite. All right, now we've come to the point where we need to compare these guys, and the armor of the Chasmosaurus is like really loosely put on because I don't want to tape it up just yet. So let's go with some pros and cons with them. And so Turret, let's start with Turret, pros and cons. Now, really nice blasters, a bit more generic, but that top one is unique. That style is like unique to the Styracosaurus. The chair is really cool. Like, overall, it is a really nice design, really slick. Actually, that blaster is unique as well. It's a bit all the parts are unique anyway, but you do see similar styles of weaponry on some of the other Dino Riders, that kind of shape. That's what I'm trying to get to. And that chair is friggin' awesome. One of the best chairs in the whole Dino Riders line. Really nice design on the side, sitting there, two blasters up and down. I really dig that. Really good. So what can I say for negatives? There's not really much to say negative about this. It's overall really good design. I can't really say anything bad about that. It's a really great design. I won't say too much negatives about the parts being brittle and that, because we know how brittle those are. Now, the Monoclonius is really cool too. I really dig. The brain boxes look really awesome, and this chair is it's massive. It's a big chair. There's a bit of protection on it, on the sides. A really chunky chair. So really, they didn't just cheap out with just sort of like the generic chair that they have. They really put a lot there. It's got this. That's again more of a generic style of blaster that you see on the Pteranodon, for example. Sorry about the dust on the Deinonychus, and this tail ring is gonna fall. It just doesn't want to sit there. So it's got this tail ring as well, which doesn't really do much. It's just, I guess, a bit of armor. And you got this unique blaster on the side here, this squarish blaster laser, which is unique to the Monoclonius, and that's a really awesome looking laser gun. So really cool design. Again, not much to fault apart from the normal stuff of breaking, and this is another one that's fragile and also prone to a lot of yellowing. And lastly, we've got the Chasmosaurus. Now, the Chasmosaurus is pretty slick. Like, it's really clean and slick looking. Like, this gun it's a beautiful looking laser, and I like the fact that it's all one piece. I don't know why they didn't make all the weapons like this, where it was just molded as one piece and painted at the top. You know, I guess they finally learned, but it was too late by then, because, you know, Dino Riders were finished. Now, the Chasmo has got this really awesome screen, and without this screen, the Chasmosaurus doesn't look the same. Like, you need this plastic screen. A negative with that is this one I've got is a bit yellowed. I do have another one, and that's like crystal clear, but this is a bit yellowed. It's all good. Generic chair. And the biggest letdown for the Chasmo is, excuse me, because I don't have I don't have the elastic on there, because I'm going to do a bit of a mix and match in a minute, is this missile. Like, this missile thing is the only negative. Like, it looks cool, but it's just, to me it looks more like a shield, so it actually is a bit of a negative. It would have been better if they had just two of these blasters. That would have looked better, or something that could open up and put the weapons in there. That would have been better. So that's the only negative about that. And so before I mix and match and have a bit of fun with these guys, look, any of these can be winners. Any of these can be winners. They're so close. Like I said, that's the best dino. That's the best figure. The designs are really good, but I'm gonna go for my favorite. I'm gonna go with the Monoclonius, just because it's got a few extra parts. It's got the brain box. It's unique enough with its lasers on the side. It's got a nice big chair, and it's got the tail ring. I think if the Chasmo had something a bit better than that missile there, I may have given it probably to the Chasmosaurus. And again, the Styracosaurus is pretty slick looking too, so it's hard. Any of these can be your favorite, but my favorite, just slightly over, I'm gonna give it to the Monoclonius. Second's gonna be Styracosaurus, just, and Chasmosaurus would probably be my third, and it's really close. So please comment which one's your favorite. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mix and match a little bit, and let's see what we can come up with, because I've never done it before, so this is a perfect opportunity to do it. And yeah, let's have a look. All right, we've did a bit of a mix up. Boy, this was fun to actually do this, and to be honest, like, I'm scared that I'm gonna break something, because it's I don't like pulling parts off and stuff. So believe it or not, these all fit, and that does look weird, like it does feel weird, but it does work. So let's have a look at these guys quickly. So if you look at the if you look at the Monoclonius, because of its the short frill, it looks really slick. Like, that looks really slick. It just, the frill blends in with the glass. So yeah, that really looks really cool. And I guess you could always paint it to the color that it's meant to be, and it will probably match a bit better. So that does work. So yeah, that looks pretty slick. This one's pretty interesting. And the tail ring is gonna fall off. So Mako's now got the Styracosaurus, and the tail ring doesn't want to see. And again, it just fits, but just like it's gonna, that frill's gonna get in the way. Let's see. It is gonna get a little bit in the way with the chair and the guns, but overall, as a look, it does work, and it looks even more menacing with the frill. So for display purposes, that works as well. And the brain box does fit. It's a bit more of a snug fit, but yeah, I was surprised it actually fits. But that actually works as well. So if you want to, you know, swap out the Monoclonius as well, that works, and that does look really good. It's just the colors don't match the brown. So again, you could always paint it, and you can make it work. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And lastly, we've got the Chasmosaurus, and that as well, it just fits the head. So it just fits, like you can actually maneuver that around, and that works. So if you want to give Turret another dino, that works as well. It's just that the colors don't seem to match as well as their original parts, but these all are interchangeable, which is a lot of fun. I didn't even try, but definitely the Monoclonius isn't gonna work with the Chasmo, just because of the frill is too big. I didn't bother trying that. And definitely the Styracosaurus armor will work with the Monoclonius. And I think in the show there were some times, I think sometimes there were Monocloniuses that did have that armor, I think, going off by memory, but they all work. I think they all look cool, and I'm actually going to take a picture of this when I put up the screenshot for the YouTube video, just to get a bit of clicks, because people are going to see what the hell's happened here. But anyway, this was a lot of fun to do, and I will be doing more mix-up, maybe some more mix-ups if they work. I'm guessing they probably won't work as good as these ones. Probably would work better with the one I did before with the Quetzalcoatlus and the Pteranodon, but I could always do an updated version of that. But anyway, I'll be doing more verses in the future, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.